Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Evan and welcome back to my channel of Vanishing Evan, and this is my third time, I repeat, third time recording this video today because I had it set so that the my OBS, if I press 1 or 2, it switches between different OBS modes, and that was for when I was doing the Xbox video capture card thing, and it was just set up way different, and let's just say that part of this video involved me, you know, setting something to 0.2 in the normal textures, and you know, that made it so that the first one got ruined. I thought it was a fluke. I didn't know why it happened, and then the second time it happened again, and it ruined both of those takes of the video. I fixed the issue, and now we can get back into this the third time. My voice might be getting a little bit like hoarse from speaking in such an upbeat tone for a while, but for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to, I'm going to have the download for basically every single piece of armor and everything for Halo Reach multiplayer, including, like, you know, the characters themselves and stuff. In the description below, it's going to be in a Google Drive titled Halo Models or whatever. It's going to be in a folder called Halo Reach Armor Pack. And there's going to be a little zip file in there for you to grab, and it's going to be like around 400 something megabytes. It's pretty big, has a lot of stuff in there, and it's going to contain this blend file and a lot of textures. And we're just going to open up the blend file first, and it's going to have like this whole setup. It's basically like a character creator menu. It's pretty cool, and you just make your character, and then you have to manually texture them, and then you have to do whatever you want with it. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Okay, you can see this is the character that we have starting off. The guy who did this, his name is Tekio S. Let me show you his channel real quick. This is Tekio S. He's a YouTuber as well. He does a lot of like gaming clip stuff. It's pretty cool. You should go check out his videos, his channel. Without him, this would not be being made. He gave it to me. He commented on one of my videos and let me know that he actually had the ripped files for a lot of the multiplayer stuff for Halo Reach, and I asked him, hey, can I add this to my little mini archive that I have? And he was like, yeah, sure. And thanks to him, this video is being made, and it's being put out there for everyone to use, which I think is awesome. And now if we just drag over this little panel here, it's you're going to use this hierarchy to pick which meshes you want. So do you want a male or a female character? I want a male character, so you're going to select male and unselect female. His arms are missing, so all you have to do is click this little drop down, go to arms, and then click arms male, and then they appear. And then if we go down to helmet, we can unselect the current one that is put on there, and then we can click this helmet haunted helmet, which is really cool because this one's in-game and everything, and I didn't know if it'd be here, but if you click hide, it actually has a skull hidden behind the visor, which is really cool. We're just going to bring that back real quick, and then we just can continue customizing. I don't mind the visor. There's lots of armor pieces. There's tons of stuff here. You just basically repeat that process I just did for the helmet for any part that you want to be put on or replaced or anything. It's really cool, and you can do lots of stuff with customization. The textures file, well, textures folder, has lots of stuff in there, and it'll have textures for everything, which I'll show you right now. If we just go to this helmet that we just brought in and go to the right here, the material tab, we can just click on, actually there's already a material tab open, so it doesn't really matter. We can just go to shading where everything's better suited for this anyway. And we just click on the helmet, and you're going to want to go to the materials tab, click use nodes. That's very important. I believe that when you're exporting, it has to have that in order for it to work properly. And then you go to the folder with all the textures. This helmet is called Sam, I believe, so we're just going to go to Spartan helmets and type in Sam. It's a Sam helmet, and then right here we're going to drag in, let's do brick colored. You can do whatever color you want. There's lots of textures in there, and then you can see the helmet's looking good, and you can adjust the roughness. Let's turn that up a smidge, and it's looking great. And for the visor, I like to do my own custom material, so you're going to click use nodes, and we're just going to set the roughness to something fairly low. Going to go to transmission, turn that up all the way, go down to this screen space reflections, turn that up, go to world view, make sure that screen space reflections and refraction is on, and then you can see through the helmet and into the the skull, which is really cool. Also, lots of things in this this entire blend file. They have more than one texture on a single mesh, and the way that you deal with that is you just click on the helmet in this case, and it has, you see it says black, and that's the backdrop. You'll see when I change it. You click use nodes, and then we're just going to change the texture labeled black to black colored, and then you can see the background for the skull has changed now. You can also change the color of the skull when you're at it. Click use nodes, go to this, we're going to make it like a deep yellow. Also do this with the teeth, click use nodes, and we're going to change it to like reddish orange color. While we're at it, we can change the visor color as well. Change this to like a light reddish orange color, and that just makes it look really good. Another thing is that the textures that have already been applied, when you export it, it's not going to carry over for some reason. I don't know why. The only things that are going to appear are the ones that you manually changed. So I don't know what the deciding factor in this is, so I'm just going to see if this will help if we just click and unclick use nodes as an experiment to see if that works. But you'll see with a lot of these textures that have already been applied, they're just the base white textures, which you can go in and just change, and most of them have a normal map applied, which normal map is good, but the strength of them are all set to 1, when 0.2 is a much more desirable result. Yeah, 0.2 just looks way better in my opinion. Like, it looks clearer, like it's just no contest. I think that 0.2 makes everything pop better, and it takes away this really weird shine effect that happens. So you just want to go through everything and click 0.2 on everything that has a normal map if it's at 0.1, and it just, look at that, the character's looking more like it does in game already. And yeah, you just apply that to everything. I'm just gonna do it to the gauntlets real quick. I'm just gonna finish up the upper body. Like, I'm already doing it, I might as well get this all out of the way so that it looks better when it renders, if this does carry through, which there's a good chance that it will not, which you'll see at the end whether or not it does, because I was having some issues with that. But you can recolor any part. So let's say we want to change the chest. What is this called? What is that? I'm gonna copy and paste that. Is that JAI? That's weird. But we're just going to go to chest pieces, which should be back here somewhere. Chest, we're just going to paste in Jai, I guess, right here. Oh, I guess that this one only has a single diffuse map. So most of them normally have a lot of colors. This one doesn't. If you wanted to, you can change it in a photo editing software using color hue shift. One that I know has lots of textures is the main body. If you go to this, we can change that to a maroon color if we want to. Just drag in maroon, and actually we have it set to the gloves right now, so we don't want that at all. Make sure that you have the right layer of textures selected, and then drag in the texture that you want to use. Pull that into color, and now you can see he's starting to look really badass looking. You know, you can customize it as much as you want. There's lots of accessories in this that I didn't even show. And what you're going to want to do to finish this off, because you can see that there's actually a lot of like dots, which are the it's the rig for the character, and I don't really like this rig personally. It's like the in-game rig. I'm guessing that it's just the way that it was when it was taken out. Basically, we're just gonna clear and keep a transformation under parent, so that when we delete it, it doesn't mess with anything, and then Alt-H to bring everything back. But now we have a character. He doesn't have a skeleton. I prefer to make my own. I have a video showing how to do that. I'll put a little link up right now. It's for Rainbow Six Siege characters, but it works for anything really. But now we're just going to select the entire character, and we're going to rig him with a different method that I think is really handy to know in a pinch, and I'll just show you how to do that. It's using a website called Mixamo to automatically rig the character, and they have an amazing library of free animations that you can use. So I'm just going to show you how to do that real quick. Just select all the different parts of your character and export it as an FBX. Also, make sure that when you're exporting it, you just click limit to selected objects in case you like have things in the background or something. Gonna export that. And now that we're here, we can just click upload character. You might have to sign in or whatever, but click select character file, and then you're going to go to where you had that one right there. Actually, I can go back. I had it already opened. That FBX, you just click open. Yeah, but you just upload your character that you just exported from that blend file, and then we wait. This doesn't work with all characters because sometimes there's some issues, but with these Halo ones, as long as they're in FBX form, they should work just fine. And as you see, he is here. Make sure that he's facing forward and correctly. Right here is perfect already, but if he wasn't aligned correctly, you could adjust it for the thing. And then you're going to have to put these little markers on here to make sure everything's right. Put the chin on, the wrists on, just the markers so that it knows where the different parts of your character's anatomy are. We can just do this real quick. And then after that's all done, we just click next. And then it's going to auto-rig it for us. It can take like a minute or two to do. Usually it's pretty fast. And it's going to give us some really cool results. And then we can just download textures for, not textures, animations for the character. And this is especially good for when you're making games. Say you wanted to use this kind of character in a game. I do not recommend using actual Halo characters in a game and like selling it or something. That's a bad idea. But if for games where characters that you've made them and you're uploading your own characters and stuff, this texture library is super handy because you can use it, get the walk animations and everything for free. Right here you can see that this auto rigger has actually done a really good job. You're going to see some facial like deformation because it's treating it like a normal face, and you're just going to ignore that. Right now I have a drunken walk animation, well, a drunken walk animation. I'm going to do something a little bit more subtle. Just drunk idle will work fine. We're going to set this overdrive down so that, yeah, that's another thing with these animations. You can actually adjust them, like the speed or the arm space. Like we're going to adjust the arm space so that his arms aren't clipping through his legs. That's a bit much. We're going to bring it back down. Let's say around 60. And just a smidge bit more. There we go, that's perfect. No clipping, no nothing. It looks awesome, and we're just going to click download. We're going to download him in FBX form with his skin. Everything's working good. And download. And now we're just going to go back into here, and I'm just going to click File, New, General. And I'm not going to save this file because I don't want it to be messed up for if I wanted to do another Halo character. Otherwise I would have to like re-download the entire blend file, all 400 megabytes or whatever, which I don't really feel like doing, you know. So we're just going to click not save and open up a new file. We're just going to delete the default cube, go into File, Import, FBX, and go to Downloads for our model. Personally, I usually click in ignore leaf bones because I don't like them. It'll just add an extra bone on each finger joint. Well, not each finger joint, but the ones on the end and the top of the head. And I just find it distracting. I don't really need it at all. And now we have our character in here. He's quite big, so we're just going to scale him down a smidge, you know, by pressing S. And then, if we go into shaded mode, you're going to see lots of pink. Because, for some reason, the way that it is, the textures that you did not manually apply usually do not follow through. You see all the red stuff, and the skull is all textured and everything, but the body, lots of it is not. So the way to fix this is to just go into that textures file and just apply all the textures here as well. For some reason they just don't carry over, the ones that are put on by default in the other blend file. It's not a big deal. You just need to spend some time finishing up texturing the character, which I'll do right after this. You've already seen the animation that I made at the beginning, but if we press play, I'm going to get out of shaded mode, but you can see that the character, it's working good. You got a fully animated, rigged character, but you're going to notice that the helmet looks weird and bendy, and that's not what you want in the case of a rigid mesh like a helmet. So in order to fix this, you just need to adjust the weight painting a little bit. And the way that you're going to do this is you're going to click this, which is the skeleton of the character. Shift click the helmet, go into weight paint mode, and you're going to see that if you just click the top of the head there, yeah, you can see that this character's head, the head bone doesn't have complete control over the head, and that's what you want. So we're going to go into the gradient mode, and we're going to make sure that weight is set to 1, strength is set to 1, and we're just going to make sure that this bad boy is all red. We want that head bone to have complete control over what the head does, and we're going to shift click this little neck bone and you can see that it has some control over what the head does, and you don't want it to. So you're going to turn the weight down to 0, and with that neck bone selected, you're going to make sure that that's set to completely blue. And now you're going to see that it's offset from the rest, and you know how you fix that? You just do the same thing for the visor, and we're going to go into object mode, weight paint mode, same exact process. Oh shoot, wrong thing. We need to go to strength, well, weight all the way up to 1, boom, shift click the neck, strength, weight all the way down to 0, and boom, there we go. And then if we just go to object mode and we press play, and you're going to see it's much more rigid, looks a lot better. Do that with any part of the armor or anything that's bending too much and you don't like it. Whenever you use Mixamo, you can just use weight painting to adjust it. Mixamo is not a replacement for knowing how to rig characters, but it's a very, very good tool for if you're in a pinch or if you need to use walk animations for a game or something. But that's where I'm going to end today's video. I hope this was very helpful, and it's really cool. I thought it was awesome that that guy allowed me to have these files to share with all of you. And yeah, have fun making characters. You can, I can see it now, like people remaking their favorite, like their Halo avatar in this, using this, and now you can make animations using your Halo character, which is amazing. And I'm just gonna end the video here. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you may be, and adios.